Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Sing. Okay. Now please read verse number 124, please. Athate sampravakshami Swarupam Paramatmanah Yadvigyaya naro bandhat Mukta kaivalyamasnute Asti kaschit swayam nityam Aham pratyayalambanah Avasthatraya sakshi shanne Panchakosha vilakshanah Asti kaschit swayam nityam Aham pratyayalambanah Avasthatraya sakshi shanne Panchakosha vilakshanah. This is absolutely beautiful. How nicely, point by point, word by word, concept after concepts, step by step, Shankara has revealed this absolute truth. When the student has asked the question, please tell me, what is this Atma, Anatma? What is this self? What is the not self? That is because the teacher himself has helped in triggering this question. The teacher said, Ajnana yogat paramatmanastava tataiva bandha tataiva sansruti. If you remember that, how beautiful that line is. He Paramatman, the teacher invokes in the student, addresses him, the one who considers himself ignorant, mortal, helpless, perishable, dying every second, and is terribly miserable, shaken by the wind of the unknown. To such a student, such a person, the teacher is addressing, He Paramatman, He Paramatma, the absolute self that you are, Tava Ajnana yogat bandha. Because of your ignorance, you go through the bondage. Tataiva bandha, Ajnana yogat bandha, tataiva sansruti. Because of this ignorance of yourself, you have this sense of bondage, and because of that sense of bondage, you go on searching for liberation, freedom, and therefore sansruti, you move from one experience to another. You go from one body to another body, move from one role to another role. Life is continuously changing. Just see that. The teacher has triggered that question in him, that even though you are immortal, the absolute, because of the ignorance, there is a sense of bondage. Because there is a sense of bondage, you cannot accept it as you are really free. And because of that you go on doing many activities, and therefore the Sanskriti, you move from one role to another role, one body to another body, one thought to another thought. That is how you are in samsara, continuously changing. And therefore immediately the student asks the question, Ko nama bandha? What is the question? You know it? Chant together. Katham pratisthasya katham vimoksha kosaman parama tayo katham. Good. Chant that. And then step by step you can see. Ko nama bandha, what is bondage? How did it come? What is Atma? What is Anatma? So, now this teacher has completely described the whole range of Anatma, at what is the not self. Ko asau Anatma, what is the not self? From the beginning, from the gross body, the world, the gross body, to your sense organs, your thoughts, Panchakosha, Karmendriyani, Jnanendriyani, all the sets of sense organs, different types of thoughts, including the I thought, until Abhyakta Paryantam, your ignorance, everything until that, everything is Anatma. The whole list was given. I hope you remember that. Naturally, whatever thereafter is left out, that is yourself. Whatever is now left out. In this house, please see, in this place, you are seeing so many things. When I talk about the space, suppose you ask a question, Swamiji, what is the space? What is Akasa? And what is that which is not Akasa? I tell you, every form is not Akasa, is not the space. The pillars, the roof, the floor, the stone, the wall, the tiles, the wood, what all things you see is not space. Your body also. When everything, all that is have a form, is not the space, you remove every form. Then what is that? Whatever is left out. Are you getting that point, please? I am trying to make you the simplest possible. Like silence. What is silence? Silence is not any sound. What is that sound? The sound of a bird? No, that is not silence. Animals? That is not. Thunder? No. Human speeches? No. Clappings? No. What is silence? Anything that you speak, anything that you produce, any type of sound, that is not the silence. Then what is it? Don't lose yourself in the question. Are you getting that? What is it? What is it? What is it? Don't shout. Are you getting that point, please? All the time talking, listen to that point. All the time talking, what is it? What is it? What is it? You are losing sight of the silence. Are you getting that point, please? You don't have to say, what is this? Then what is this? Stop it. And be. As even physically, listen carefully. Are you getting that point? As even physically, to understand, to be the silence, you cannot just go on questioning, what is this? What is this? What is this? But stop questioning and be. Mentally. In your contemplation, when the thought is coming. All thoughts it is not. Physical body gone long away. The whole physical universe is gone long, far away. It is not. Now all the thoughts only I was taking itself to be. Now all the thoughts it is not. Not even the I thought. Habit, question comes. Then what is this? The thought comes. What is this? That also it is not. Are you getting that point, please? It's very, very subtle. Because by habit, you go on questioning. Understand? By habit, you go on questioning. And you think you are inquiring. It is like a person talking. What is silence? What is silence? The more sincerely you ask the question, the more sincerely you produce the sound, the more sincerely you are away from silence. Repeat that. The more sincerely you ask the question inside, more sincerely you are away from the answer. Are you getting that point, please? Do you understand what I am talking? This is, do you understand? It's absolutely beautiful. You must see it for yourself. Because by habit, the person shall ask this question. Okay, all that is the body, the mind, the thought, the things, the sense organs of action, nothing is this. When you say the word self, it is not this. By habit, the question will come. Then what is this? Listen carefully. Feel it. Then what is this? Just like asking. Silence is not any type of sound. Birds, human beings, animals, waterfall, thunder. Is no sound. Then by habit, if you ask question, then what is silence? Shut up. You assume that role of a questioner. I want to understand silence. You can't understand silence, be silence. Are you getting that point? You cannot understand. You be the silence. Then what is this? Don't ask that question. In a sense, by habit you are asking question, what is this? When you are producing this sound, what is this? Sincerely you are asking the question, sincerely you shall miss the silence. Same thing within. Who you are, already ever existing. It is no thought of any kind. Work on it. It is no thought of any kind. Then by habit a thought comes. Then what is this? Another thought, why are you producing? Are you getting that point, please? It is no thought of any kind. Then what is this? Why are you producing another thought? Still remaining as the questioner instead of being the answer. Do you want to be the questioner or you want to be the answer? You have fallen in love with questioning for a long, long time. By habit, the person is so arrogant, I am questioning, I want to understand, Oh, I see. Who are you? That is what, when you go on contemplating, you see that. And what is that something? So what all it is not, it can say. What it is effortlessly left out. No teacher can give it to you, no scripture can describe it. What it is, nobody can describe. What it is not, there can be million description. That is why they call it like a vidhi nishedha vakya. There are certain statements, nishedha means what all it is not, what all it is not. But what it is, you really cannot describe. But if you see what it is, if you say it is indescribable, that becomes a description. So now we shall see vidhi as to what it is. He says what it is not very clearly. Of course it is indescribable, but then he explains it. We shall see now. What is this something? Asti kaschid swayam nityam aham pratyayalambanaha. This first line, get it by heart. Amazing line. You don't have to, if you understand that line, after that every line is yours. Asti kaschit swayam nityam aham pratyayalambanaha. Kaschit asti kaschit swayam. Swayam asti. There is something which is self-existent, nityam, ever-existent, which is aham pratyaya lambana. Aham pratyaya alambana. It is the meaning of the word aham, the I. Listen carefully. Who you are is not the word I, but the meaning of the word I. What it is, listen carefully. What it is not hibiscus, but the meaning of the word hibiscus. Does it get into your skull or head, whichever one you like? Do you understand? What it is not hibiscus. What it is the meaning of the word hibiscus. Do you understand? Do you really understand? That is how you are. Who you are is not the word I, but meaning of the word I. In fact, that is the universal principle. What it is not the book, but meaning of the word book. What it is not a cloth. It is the meaning of the word cloth. What it is not a house. The meaning of the word house. What it is not a mountain. Is the meaning of the word mountain. What it is not a creation. Is the meaning of the word creation. Because what it is not a word. Do you understand? Can't make it easier. If you don't understand, dig a hole and bury. Okay? Wait for the next life. That is why there is no hopelessness in this knowledge. If not this life, next life. If not next life, thousands of lives. Chalo, continue, don't worry. Are you getting that point, please? Do you really understand? What it is not hibiscus. It is the meaning of the word hibiscus. That is how everything in this universe, who you are is not the word I, but the meaning of the word. So what is the meaning of the word I? If you say body, what it is not the body, is the meaning of the word body. Whose name is I? Whose name is body? This one. Whose name is table? This one. Whose name is hibiscus? This one. Whose name is mala? This one. Whose name is eyes? This one. Whose name is thought? Can your finger go there? Can your eyes go there? But you are still conscious. Whose name is thought? All the impressions coming. What is consciousness? The meaning of the word I. Aham pratyalambana. Ishvara, Ishvara, Ishvara. You understand? Oh, this is amazing. Everything in the universe, understand, is the meaning of a word. It's not a word. It's a nameless existence. The bondage is when the nameless identifies itself with the name. That is the first bondage. Are you getting that point? The first hit of bondage is the nameless takes itself the I. The meaning of the word I takes itself with the I. Is like hibiscus considering itself hibiscus. Suppose think, this is a listen carefully. Listen carefully. This is a hibiscus. Give it a life for some time. Give it a life, okay? Now it talks. Then he says, I am red. Is a flower or is it red? Red is its color. What it is the flower. The color will fade. The flower is. The bud is. The blossom is. Slowly fading. But flower is bud, flower is blossom, flower is fresh, flower is red, flower has lost its color. Flower. Are you getting that point? So its first hint of bondage is when the nameless accepts its first name. Are you getting that point, please? The nameless accepts its first name. Who I am, the nameless absolute. Now I take myself to be the I. So who are you? Unconsciously, first word you say, I. That is your first bondage. Listen carefully. Thereafter you say, I am the body. Now you impose the I-ness on the body. Body is not self, anatma. You are imposing I, atma, on the anatma. Are you getting that point, please? You are imposing the I on the not I. Body does not say it is me. I say I am the body. Are you getting that point, please? That is how bondage confirmed continues. First bondage is the nameless takes itself to be the name. Then with the body. Then sense organs, organs of action, roles, thoughts of every kind, completely confused. Therefore, when you see what all the not self is, the whole creation, Pancha Mahabhuta, 5 elements, your gross body, your sense organs of action, perceptions, all thoughts, I thought, ignorance, all in the realm of the known, anatma. Whatever is left behind, that is yourself. Call it consciousness, aham pratyaya lambana. That is the meaning of the word I. Who you are is not the word I, but the meaning of the word I. And that's something which is swayam asti, asti kaschit swayam nityam aham pratyayalambanaha. Get it by heart like a mantra, I say. Who you are is meaning of the word I. Remember this statement. What it is the meaning of the word hibiscus, not hibiscus. Play with that throughout the day. What it is meaning of the word body, not the body. Language, not understood, we have become a slave of the language. Lost in the description. Language is necessary, word is necessary, a naming is necessary to communicate, describe, talk to each other. Naming is not needed to create. Naming is needed to name the created object. Are you getting that point? Naming is not needed to create something. Naming is needed only to describe the created, which is already existing. If only names create, listen carefully, if any time it so happens the names seem to create, it will be fantasy, not reality, like a novel. It describes a lot of things which means nothing, known as the imagination. What is a poetry? What is these novels, false novels, fictions? What is fiction? Fiction is nothing is true. Whatever situation it has created is false. It's a fiction. It has no reality at all. That is why you don't give importance to fiction. You may enjoy a fiction. You enjoy an imagination, a projection, but it has no validity. How much shall you take medicine if you pretend, imagine that you have a disease? Or how much satisfaction you get if you imagine you are eating wonderful food? It means nothing. Are you getting that point, please? Words never create. So name is given to an object which is already existing. So asti kaschit swayam nityam. Swayam asti, self-existent. Swayambhu, that is why Ishvara's name. Swayambhu, Swayam Bhavati. The whole creation is Ishvara, Swayambhu, Swayam Bhavati. Because you don't create. People establish a Shiva Linga and say this is Swayambhu Linga. You are nuts. There is one Swayambhu, in Tirunamala itself there is one. They have put up a statue of a Devi and say Swayambhu. What is Swayambhu? Ishvara, Ishvara, Ishvara. When you don't understand the concept, you destroy the beauty of it. Swayambhu, self-existent, ever-existent. Everything, yourself, Swayam Bhavati, nothing creates it. It doesn't depend upon a thought. Listen carefully. It doesn't depend upon a thought. Listen. Other things exist. This point, if you do not understand, please raise your hand now. I'll explain it again. Okay? But understand. Other things exist. Like this flower exists. Not because I say or you say. Are you getting that point, please? This flower exists. Not because I say or you say. The flower is existing. Whether you accept or reject, we describe, we do not describe, it doesn't matter. The flower is existing, right? But it doesn't exist for me if my perception is not there, if my thought is not there. Are you getting that point? For me it shall exist only if I perceive. Are you getting that? If it comes within my sight, oh, What is this O? O means my eyes were empty, suddenly in front of my eye the flower comes. That is a O. That O is not creating the flower. Are you getting that? The O is seeing the flower. Hey, lovely flower, I never saw. That's what it is. So your perception does not create the object. Are you getting that? Your perception doesn't create the object. Your perception only reports. True to the reporting, now the thought comes. Okay? First time when it reports, it's good enough. Now the thought has taken place. Red hibiscus, you have already named it, it is in your thought. Okay? Listen. Now, you are far away from the object. Listen, you are far away from the object. Can you remember the object without a thought? Yes or no? Are you getting that? Can you remember the object without a thought? Are you getting that point, please? You cannot. Why? If the thought doesn't exist, listen carefully. When the thought doesn't exist, not that the object doesn't exist. Object exists, but you don't remember. So to remember the object, you need a thought. Are you getting that point? Watch out. So, this is the limitation of the ordinary object. The limitation of ordinary object is, it gains reality for you only when you look at it, perceive. Okay? When you see. And the thought is there. You go away, the flower is far away, flower is lost sight of. Comes up only when the thought comes up, memory comes up. That is why every person they feel haunted by the memory. From your childhood until now, you have lived a long life. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, 60, 70 years. When you sit down, the world is not following you. Your memories follow you. Are you getting that? When your memory is following you, the beauty of that is, whichever memory comes up, that something gains reality for you. That is why when you forget few things, however painful it was, means nothing to you, because the memory fails. Are you getting that point, please? So only when the thought comes up, the object is created or remembered? Remembered. Object is not created. Is it recreated? No, it is remembered. Are you getting that point? It is not created. It is not recreated. It is only remembered. Thought comes up, it reminds. Reminds of what? Distant past. "30 years back you saw one baby, 5-year-old. 30 years you have not seen him. Now he is 35-year-old hanging around somewhere in the world. But whenever you remember him, do you remember him as 35-year-old or 5-year-old? 5-year-old. That much for memory. The memory doesn't recreate. Do you understand the point? The memory does not recreate. The memory only reminds. Okay? And by chance the memory doesn't exist, some people happily hanging around. You know why? Because they don't remember anything. Swamiji, when I am in ashram, I am very happy. Why? Everything is forgotten. The moment you step out, oh, my brother will be waiting, my mama will be waiting, my son, my daughter, my brother, my husband, my lover. You know, the moment you get out, every memory comes and catches you now. Why? Because you are going into the world as though. That is why people are afraid. Ayo, I don't want to get out. This is so nice. Why this is so nice? Because you don't remember anything. Nobody reminds you of anything. There is nothing to remind you of your childhood, nothing to remind of your past, nothing. So, nice. Understand? So when the thought comes up, it doesn't recreate, it only reminds. Okay? That is why objects, listen carefully. That is why objects, as though torture you once in a while. Because only when the thought comes, object is remembered. When the thought doesn't come, object is not remembered. Okay? Listen carefully. Whether it is a happy memory or unhappy memory, only when the thought comes, that comes up. In case of self-knowledge, listen carefully, it is completely other way around. What is the job of the thought? To create or to remind? Huh? Remind. So when you have the I thought, what does it remind you? The meaning of the word. So don't take that thought to be yourself. Now remember the meaning of it. Are you getting that point? You can be the meaning of the word I. Are you getting that point, please? So when the thought is, you remember the meaning of it. And listen. When the thought of the hibiscus is not there, the hibiscus doesn't exist for you, right? Before getting into I bring you back to make it easier, step by step. Same thing you take, word, sound and silence. When I say thunder, listen carefully. When I say thunder, it reminds you of the sound in the rainy season. Okay? Thunder. It reminds you of the sound in the rainy season. Are you getting that point, please? Listen carefully. Thunder. It reminds you of the sound in the rainy season. Roaring of a tiger. Barking of a dog. It reminds you of a sound. Okay? Listen. Suppose I am not talking about it. Can you remember the barking of a dog? If I am not talking, you don't remember, right? Listen carefully. If I say, remember barking of a dog, remember the sound of a sound of the roaring tiger. But when I am not talking about it, can you remember it? You cannot. But suppose I say, silence. Silence. What shall you remember? Okay, when I say the word silence, you'll remember what it stands for. When I don't say silence, can you escape the meaning? Are you getting that point now? Are you getting, do you understand? Say yes. Yes. Yeah. That is the beauty. Yes, sound you can remember only if you are reminded. But the moment I don't name that sound, the sound is forgotten. In case of silence, when I say the word silence, it reminds you what it is. But when you don't say the word silence, it doesn't disappear. It's already is. That is how I thought. Your thought reminds, doesn't recreate. When I say I, what it means? Asti kaschit swayam nityam. Aham pratyaya lambana. The meaning of the word I. Is not the body, not the thought. When you don't have the word I, the thought, are you absent? You are still existing. That is why this is freedom. As much comfortable with the thought, that much comfortable without it. With the thought you are with yourself, without the thought also you are with yourself. Are you getting that point, please? Do you understand that point? With the thought, like with the word silence, you remember what it is. Without the word silence, you remember what it is. And no sound can take it away. With the thought I, you remember what it is. Without the thought I, you are what it is. And no thoughts can take it away. Do you appreciate? Asti kaschit swayam nityam Aham pratyalambana. Oof, it is just, it's a magic. It's a magic. Absolute magic. You see that, please. Avastha traya sakshi sanne panchakosha vilakshana. And that's something, avastha traya sakshi, witness of three different states. See the beauty of it. It's a witness of three different states. These three different states are dancing away, one after another. Waking comes and goes. Dream comes and goes. Deep sleep comes and goes. Consciousness. Like the stage is set, actors appear and disappear. The space is set, clouds appear and disappear. Silence always there, sounds come and go. Self-consciousness, yourself, the awareness, is the grandstand stage of the universe on which a creation is playing out. The waking universe, the dream, and the deep sleep. Micro, macro, vyashti, samashti. The whole existence plays itself out in pure awareness that you are. Avastha traya sakshi. Panchakosha vilakshana, other than the Panchakosha. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Ananda. Are you getting that? Why you should read it from the beginning? Because when it is Avastha traya sakshi, so first time you are listening, Avastha traya sakshi. What are three avasthas? Panchakosha, innada Panchakosha. Are you getting that point? That is why step by step. Long before it tells you what all it is not, it familiarize yourself with what it is. Are you getting that point? First it familiarizes you. First the teacher familiarizes you with everything that is existing and which you are not. The body, the creation, sense organs, organs of action, perceptions, thoughts of all kinds, I thought, ignorance. From manifest to unmanifest, bhyaktya to abhyakta, ignorance to manifest, perceptible universe, taken away. What it is. Aham pratyalambana, panchakosha vilakshana, other than the Panchakosha. Okay? Now he will go on revealing it for next 15-20 verses. If I get stuck in one, of course truth will continue, but the books will not move. Therefore let us move the book. Okay? Read the verses. Next one read. Yo vijanati sakalam Jagrat swapna sushuptishu Buddhi tad vritti sadbhavam Abhavamahamityayam Yo vijanati sakalam Jagrat swapna sushuptishu Buddhi tad vritti sadbhavam Abhavamahamityayam. It's amazing statements. Each verse you take up and see the truth of it. What is this Atma Aham? Who am I? Now the teacher goes on revealing. After telling what is Anatma, now says about yourself. Aham pratyalambana, meaning of the word I. Okay? Take it as a mantra and think over it. I say, remember this. This is a beautiful point. Never I have told this. It comes. This is meaning of the word hibiscus. This is not hibiscus. This is meaning of the word body. This is not body. Body, the word, is not the object. A name is not the nami. Nama is not the nami. the name is not the substance. So because the name is not substance, there shall be philosophers who shall destroy all the names. So words are unnecessary, their scriptures are only words. What rubbish are you talking? The words do not describe, listen carefully. The words do not describe, cannot describe. Even after knowing its limitation, you use the word. Do you know why? Because words, of course, cannot describe, but they differentiate. They cannot describe, but they differentiate. Differentiate means, listen, on this table, so many things are there. Book, hibiscus, iPod, specs, flowers. How many things are there now? 5 different names I gave you means 5 different things are there. So the words are not describing it, but they are differentiating it. When I say book, it is not the flower, not the iPod, not the specs, not the cloth. When I say hibiscus, it is not the iPod, not the book, not the spec. So it doesn't describe. Are you getting that point? It doesn't describe, but it differentiates it from other things. When I say go and get me the car, you don't bring me the water. I say get me a glass of water, you don't go and give me a rose flower. Because the words are differentiating. So words are useless? Words are helpful for communicating. Are you getting that point, please? Words are helpful for communicating. But don't take the word for the reality. The name is not the object. This is meaning of the word hibiscus. This is not hibiscus. Hibiscus is a name. This is meaning of the word. Same thing. Who are you? Are you a name? Who are you? I? Huh? You are not I. Your meaning of the word, I. Existence is named. Aham pratyalambana. Which, this consciousness, yo vijanati sakalam yaha, which one, sakalam vijanati, sarvam vijanati, knows everything. When? Jagrata, swapna, susuptisu, which illumines your waking universe, your dream, as well as deep sleep. Are you conscious of your waking? What is waking? Where the perception takes place. Are you waking? Are you conscious of your waking? Yes. Okay, close your eyes. Are you conscious of your dream? Because a thought also is like a dream. As your thoughts, as your dream nobody can see, your thought also nobody can see. So it's a type of a dream. Or in deep sleep state, when you go to dream, you are also conscious. That's a waking up, you say, I dreamt. Now you are telling, I am awake. You can say, now I am awake. Can you say, now I am dreaming? Are you getting that point? You can only say, now I am awake. Listen carefully. You can only say, now I am awake. Can you say, now I am dreaming? Can you say? Can you say, now I am sleeping? But you can say, now I am conscious. Can you or can you not? You can say, I am awake. You can say, I am conscious. Now, which is more lasting? Your waking is more lasting. Waking means what? Differentiating perception. Continuously changing. Awake means what? From morning 6 o'clock to night 10 o'clock, no? Whole thing is changing. Waking world is continuously changing. So I am awake means what? I am conscious that everything is continuously changing. But when I say I am conscious, are you changing? Waking is changing. Consciousness never changes. What more you want? Do you understand? Do you understand what I am talking to you? Only in waking state you can say, I am awake. Dream you can't say. I think Swamiji, I am dreaming. Yes, you are really nuts. You know? Are you getting that? You can't say I am dreaming. Nor can you say I am sleeping. That is why if you want to have joke, you can't say I am ignorant. Listen. You can say I am ignorant about your father, as somebody's mother, somebody's husband, somebody's money, there are many things because the thought doesn't exist. You can't say I am ignorant of myself. How do you know? I know. What do you know? I don't know. Are you getting that? Ignorance of this self is not possible. It's like holding onto the light looking for darkness. Holding onto the light on your head, if you are looking for darkness, will you ever succeed? That is why nobody ever understands ignorance as long as they try to understand ignorance. Most sincerely you try, most sincerely you will not understand. That is why this knowledge is for idiots. The fellow is a simpleton, very simple, very innocent, absolute idiotic. He shall say, hey, that's right. Emperor's new clothes. The child says, Maharaj, you are naked. All the courtiers, what they say? Beautiful dress. Nothing like it. Why? They are all adults. Adults never speak the truth. They shall speak what the other person like to listen. But the child straight away says. God also is the same way. You know, one day a person went to plastic surgery. You know, now new cosmetic surgery, you can do everything. If this one is fallen, cut it up, tuck it up. If this is then do it up. Anything that happens, the hair is gone, transplant. Raw. It's just like dhana, like paddy you transplant, you can take out the hair from here and transplant and the hair will also come up. Very good. Everything you can do now. Lot of things you can do now. Anything you want to do, you can do. So, now the skin is going, you put one injection, buttocks. When you put that, the skin also becomes very tight, like in young days. Very good. You can spend money. So one fellow earned a lot of money and went to the cosmetic surgery and stayed there for 7 days. And when he looks at himself on the 7th day, looks at himself or herself, doesn't matter, she is looking so stunningly beautiful, he is looking like that. Then as he was very happy, coming out of the hospital, crossing that light, car comes and hits, dead. He goes to heavens. Then he really gets angry with God. He said, what type of person you are? I was so old, he could have killed me any time. I just fixed up myself. You are supposed to protect me. Why couldn't you protect me? He said, I could have, but I did not recognize you. Because I thought somebody else is going. Are you getting that? Children are like that. Children will say clearly who you are. And grandmother was taking care of the children. So the grandchild said, Grandma, you are just like God. He said, why do you say that? He said, God and you and God have a wonderful thing in common. Really? What is that? He said, both of you are old. God is old, you are also old. Only children can say. Will you say that to somebody, old man? No, you are not supposed to ask him, how old are you? If you say that, rude question, what nonsense. What is rude question? How old are you? How old are you? Even if you are 70, 80, 90, 30, 20, how does it matter? No, rude. Children will speak the straight thing. A simple mind understands it just like that. If you have a complicated mind is where you insist on holding on to a role which is not you. You insist on holding on to a role. I am a boy, I am a man, I'm the king, I'm the rich, I'm so poor. Some people are stuck on arrogant identity. Some people are stuck on stupid identity. You see both type of people. Some people is very arrogant. Panagaram, richest man. Oh. Another person, who is better? Both are useless. Are you getting that point? Now one is playing the role of Ravana. One is playing the role of Krishna. Another is playing the role of Vidura, poor man. Now out of this stage, if they behave exactly like Krishna and Vidura, what do you say? Nuts, right? What do you say? Paitya mila? Full nuts. Pagal ho gaya. He is losing sight of himself. You are an actor playing the role. Same thing in life. Now you are playing the role of a rich man, now playing the role of a beggar. Now you are young, now you are old. I was playing the role of a young man, now I am playing the role of an old person. Why? The body has changed. Previously I was poor, now I am rich. Previously I was rich, now I am poor. Same confidence. Previously I was living, it's fantastic. Now I'm dying, you know that? You know that I'm dying? Ooh. Can you say that? You are a different person altogether. Immortality, playing out the role of mortal. Youth or old age. Simple person. Sakalam vijanati, in whose presence, waking, dream, deep sleep. In waking, you can say, I am awake, but in dream, you can't say, I am dreaming. In sleep, you can't say, I am sleepy. In waking state, you can say, I am awake. You can also say, I am conscious. Aham pratyalambana. The meaning of the word I, you can see only in the waking state, not in your dream and deep sleep. That is why freedom, moksha, possible here. Okay. Yo vijana disagalam jagra swapna susupti. Now what is that? Buddhi tad vritti sadbhavam abhavam ahamityayam. Beautiful language. Remember this statement. Underline the second line. What do I know? Not only waking, dream, deep sleep in general. Listen. Not only I am conscious of waking, dream, deep sleep in general, but also buddhi tad vritti, tad bhavam, tad abhavam. I am conscious of buddhi vritti, the thoughts of in the mind. All memories, tad bhavam, their presence, tad abhavam, absence. Thought comes, thoughts go. Ayam Atma Swayam Nityam, ever existing. Are you getting that? Your eyes, listen carefully. Your eyes see the flower. Okay? Do you understand? Your eyes see the flower. Bhavam. Your eyes see the absence of the flower. So your eyes go away because the flower goes away. So your eyes see the absence of flower as well as the presence of the flower. Now, eye of the eye, consciousness that you are, sees the presence of the thought, also being conscious of absence of thought. Itself ever present. Just think over it. Buddhi is tad vritti sadbhavam abhavam vijanati. It knows buddhi vritti, bhavam, abhavam. Its presence as well as the You know why people get into trouble? Bhavam, I like it. If it is there, I enjoy. Not there, or it is there, I am enjoyable. Not there, I am enjoying it. Suppose you enjoy the absence of a thought, you shall suffer the presence of it. If you enjoy the presence of the thought, you shall suffer the absence of it. That is known as samsara, bandha. Are you getting that? If you, suppose you like the presence of a person, when the person is not there, Miserable. If you don't like, if you like the absence of the person, so the fellow returns. But suppose you are happy in the presence of the person, absence of the person, does it matter if the person exists or doesn't exist? If a thought makes me happy, a memory makes me happy, absence of it will make me miserable. If the absence of a memory makes me comfortable, the presence of it shall make me miserable. But suppose I am happiness with myself, the absence or presence of the thought, does it matter? Never. So, will you be moody? Moods for what? What mood? Do you understand? Huh? If you understand, now don't show your unhappy face around and around. From today onwards, unhappiness is banned in this ashram. Are you getting that line? I am telling you, but I am not a dictator, don't worry. Each one will play out his life. Feel happy if you feel like, feel uncomfortable also you like, but don't lose sight of yourself so that more and more that expression of happiness comes from your life. Every day, Shantam, Sundaram, absolutely peaceful, absolutely graceful. Your life should be like that. Looking at you, nobody should feel, "Ayyo, what is happening?" Have you seen that? When you are miserable, everybody will avoid you. Have you seen that? Why nobody talks to you? Because if they look at you, "Ayyo, don't talk, pa." Why? You'll have 100 nonsensical story you'll tell now. Vanda pa, pola. Let's go. Why? Leave the fellow alone. Like an infectious disease, people will keep you out. Then you say, "Nobody talks to me here." True. You are such an inviting person, I feel running towards you. Are you getting that point, please? Worst part of it is the miserable fellow imposing himself. That's the worst. Because you cannot even avoid. The person who is happy with himself, he wants his company, he doesn't want anybody's company. Are you getting that? Whose company you want, he doesn't like anybody's company. You don't want somebody's company, that is the one around you all the time. How nice it is. Life is so beautiful. Like some people marriage, they say, "Whomsoever I want, I see somebody marriageable material, they are already married. And whomsoever I don't want to marry, they are ready to marry me." Ayyo, I don't want. Very good. Either they are married or they don't want to marry. You know, that type of material is a useless material. The presence or absence of thought makes no difference to it. Buddhi tad vritti tad bhavam abhavam. Vijanati, he knows, illumines. Are you afraid of a thought? Afraid of a memory? Craving for a memory? There is no craving, no resistance. Ever existent. Can the space afford to resist a cloud? All pervasive, has no choice. All pervasive space, does it have a choice? It has to accommodate. Consciousness, yourself, does it have a choice? Any thought can exist in it. Any thought can disappear in it. Therefore, you are Swayam Asti. Nityam Bhati. Self-existent, ever-existent. Aham Pratyalambana. Meaning of the word I. Okay, having told this, now he says, further he continues. Yapasyati swayam sarvam Yam na pashyati kaschana yaschatay yati buddhyadi natadiyam chetayatyayam yapashyati swayam sarvam yam na pashyati kaschana yaschetayati buddhyadi natadiyam chetayatyayam. So see the beauty of discussion. So this is vidhi vakya. These are the vidhi, positive revelation. First he told you nisheda, all that it is not. Anatma, body, mind, thought, sense organs, all these things. Now he says what it is. Yam, these are like lakshana vakya. You cannot say what it is, but you can point out that this is how it is. That something yaha sarvam chetayati, that which illumines everything, but nothing sees it. This is a description. See where it fits in. Okay? Just see where it fits in. Listen carefully. Take that statement. Yappaschetayati sarvam, that which illumines everything, but nothing sees it. Okay? Now look at it. Start from your eyes. Your eyes see the flower. Can your flower see the eyes? The eyes see the flower. Can the flower see the eyes? Achha. The eyes see everything. Can the eyes see itself? Cannot. Are you getting that? The eyes see the flower, but the flower cannot see the eyes. Are you getting that? Eyes can see the flower, but flower cannot see the eyes. Okay? Listen. Your thoughts, are you conscious of through your thoughts now? Are you conscious of your eyes? Are you conscious of your eyes? Yes or no? Can your eyes see the thought? Are you getting that principle, how it is working at all levels? The eyes see the flower, flower cannot see it. Mind can see the eyes. Can the eyes see the mind? Your thought? Achha. Are you conscious of your thought? Can the thought be aware of consciousness? Ultimately, in all this perception, when the eyes see the flower, consciousness illumines the eyes to see the flower. When thoughts remind you of your eyes, consciousness illumines the thought to remind you of your eyes. But no thought can see the consciousness, no eyes can see the consciousness, no object can see the consciousness. Are you getting it? That chetayati sarvam, which illumines everything, but nothing can illumine it. It is just like you have nowadays in your house one-sided glasses. You see everybody, but nobody can see you. You can see everybody. Whoever going, whoever is coming, how they are behaving, but they can't look and they can't see anything. They can't see you, they can't touch you. But you can control everybody from behind that light, from behind that glasses. That is where in the question answer, cell, where the police, investigative teams, when somebody is questioning the terrorist, there will be 3-4 pairs of eyes looking at the every change in the mood of the person who is replying, lying or correct, what is behavior, restlessness, everything somebody is looking at, but he doesn't see anything. So here we are, all of us, being who we are, illumine all the thoughts. sense organs, objects. But the object, the sense organs, the memories, they cannot ever illumine the consciousness. Reading that. Yat chetayadi sarvam. Yamna pashyati kaschana. Nobody sees it. Eyes cannot see it. Thoughts cannot illuminate. You can be it. Are you getting that? You can be it. Can you be the consciousness or see the consciousness? Huh? That is a being the self. Not seeing the self. Being. You are yourself. You don't see somebody. Seeing means seer seen difference. Are you getting that? Seeing means seer seen difference. Eyes see, flowers seen, two different things. Ears hear, sound is heard, two different things. You are conscious of a thought, there is consciousness. In consciousness, the seer, seen, everything is one and the same. Seeing and being, one and the same. It illumines everything. Nothing ever illumines it. Yat chetayati buddhyadi. Buddhyadi chetayati. It gives, makes the mind conscious. Just like electricity brings in light into the tungsten wire. Because there is a subtle body, the mind is energized. In a sense, it is now conscious in the presence of consciousness. Chetayati buddhyadi. Nat tad chetayati ayam. Whereas buddhi, the thoughts, do not make illumine the self, the I, the consciousness is always existing. So in whose presence thoughts are taking place. But no thoughts can ever produce it. Are you getting that, please? That is yourself. Read. Yena vishwamidam vyaptam yamna vyapnoti kinchana abharupamidam sarvam yambhantamanubhatyayam yena vishwamidam vyaptam yamna vyapnoti kinchana abharupamidam sarvam yambhantyamanubatayam yena vishwamidam vyaptam yena idam vishwam vyaptam vishwam sarvam vishwa means sarva yena idam sarvam vishwam vyaptam yena that by which idam sarvam vishwam idam sarvam, the whole universe, anything that is subject to idam, anything that is subject to objectification. In Sanskrit, idam means this. To say this, there must be aham. Are you getting that? Without aham, can you say idam? Are you getting that? When you say this, you are already asserting yourself. Right or wrong? Are you getting that point? The moment you say this, object, the moment you are objectifying, are you not creating a subject out of yourself? Are you getting that point? Now, because you are, therefore you are objectifying. Or, because you objectify, therefore you must be. Which one is true, first or second? First one. Oh, you understand that point? The moment you say this, you are making yourself the subject. Objectification begins means subject is revealed. Are you getting that? When you say this world, you are making the body subject. Right? When you say this body, you are making the eyes subject. Eyes, see the body. When you say these eyes, with various changes, you are making the mind, the thought subject. When you are making this thought, you are making I thought the subject. When you say this I thought, the meaning of the word I, aham pratyalambana, that which is meaning of the word I, that is the subject which is never objectified. Ishvara, you want anything easier? Huh? Shall I prescribe? You can't escape being the subject. Because you are the subject. That is why even if you are an idiot, you are free. That is where comes the confidence of the teacher on the teaching. If fellow says, I don't understand, don't worry, you are it. Why should you understand it? You are it. But I don't get it, don't worry, you are it. Even if you don't get it, you are it. That confidence helps you to understand his way. Right. Because the moment I objectify, are you getting that point? Can you escape being the subject when you are objectifying something? And what is the subject which is never available for objectification? Aham pratyalambana. If aham is the subject, idam is the object. Are you getting that? Aham is subject. I is the subject. Everything is object. The world is object. Eyes are subject. I is object. And world is object. Body is subject. Body is object. I is subject. Eyes are subject. Thought is eyes are object. Thought is subject. Thoughts are object. I thought subject. I thought object. Who is subject? If I thought is object, now who is subject? Don't say. Because whatever you say becomes object. Are you getting that? Are you getting that point? The moment whether you pronounce with your mouth or whisper through your thought, you are creating a thought. Therefore, what should you do? The best answer is, not the best, the correct answer for the absolute subject is, so when you see the I thought, what is the subject? If you don't answer, you have given the answer. For an empty examination paper book, I give you 100 marks. Who are you? Leave an empty book. You shall get 100 marks. You can also write how many pages? Infinite pages. Indescribable. Ishvara. Yena vishwamidam vyaptam. Yena idam vishwam vyaptam. That by which everything is pervaded. Idam vishwam vyaptam idam. Whatever is subject to objectification, consciousness is already there. Can you go to a place without taking your consciousness? Anybody? I'm going to dream. Consciousness will follow. I'm going to sleep, consciousness also will be there. I'm going to my father's house, you can go to anybody's house. Swamiji, I'm tired of this planet Earth. I'm going to Mars. Consciousness will follow. This universe is boring. I'm going to another parallel universe. You go anywhere unparalleled also, doesn't matter. Wherever you go, wherever your body moves, you can't escape consciousness, like space. Can you leave the space behind and come? Anybody? Leave the space behind? Did you come to my house? Yes. Did you bring your space? What? Can you leave your space and come? There is nothing your space. Space is, you can't escape. Consciousness is, you cannot escape. That is why when you say, when consciousness is inescapable, but you say, very difficult with myself, Swamiji. Huh? Difficult to be with yourself or difficult not to be with yourself? Which is difficult? Come on. Which is difficult? Is it difficult to be in the space or it is impossible to without this space? It is impossible to be without the space. Difficult to be without space? What do you mean? Difficult. Can you escape being in the space? Can you escape being in silence? Can you escape being consciousness? You cannot, but you can escape being a thought. A memory you can escape, because memories cannot last longer. People you can escape, places you can escape, but you can't escape yourself, the awareness. Are you getting that point, please? That is why, when the teaching was over, the teacher wanted to test out the student, whether they understand it or not. So he gave them a bird. Each student, he gave a bird and said, go and kill it in a place where nobody sees it. Why give such a violent example? Neither am I going to give you a bird to kill it. I'll give everybody one chocolate. Go and eat in a place where nobody sees it. That's enough. Why should you kill a bird? Go take this chocolate and eat in a place where nobody sees it. Happily you take it. First you go to your room and close the door. Right? And some fellows did it and come back. Many students came back. Swamiji, finish the chocolate. Nobody saw it. Nobody. Did you? Oh my God. Lastly one student comes. Like, this happened. Really it happened. Real life. I was been now, Israel. In Israel, after the Sahar, our boy, his marriage was over. They were doing one Sabbath celebration on Friday evening. After that, Saturday, Sunday, they won't work. That is Jewish thing. And there's a nice festival. Everybody does it. Most people do it. It's a community thing. Everybody comes together and they do it. So first thing, everybody takes wine. Everybody takes wine. Child also. They have a small glass of wine. Children will have some sweetened wine. The babies, other people, men, women, they will have the wine. So there are so many wine bottles. Now I am also there watching. So really, our boy is there, so he brought me the apple juice. But other people, Swamiji, you will take wine? I said, no, you give me that one, this apple. This is unfermented, that is fermented. It's not difference, bring it. Just to make it convenient for everybody, give that apple. Then another person comes in. They have become very friendly by now. And then he says, oh, Swamiji, what is this you are drinking? Wine. I said, no, this, oh, only apple juice. Okay, put some whiskey in it. He's telling me, please put some whiskey in it. Nobody will know, I said, but I will know, He made a joke, I made a joke. He disappeared. Are you getting that point, please? Eat in a place where nobody knows. Take the chocolate, eat in a place. The teachers and the student. Many students came back, eating it in their rooms or whatever. One fellow comes at the last in the evening and steal the chocolate in hand, melting. What happened? Everybody ate. What happened to you? Could not eat. Why? Because you said when I should eat it, nobody must see it. When I went to that forest, the trees were looking at it. I went into a cave, the stones are looking at it. I entered into a dark cave, nobody can see. Even my eyes cannot see. But I am still conscious. How can I, even you say, nobody must see it, but I am there. Can I say I'm nobody? I'm somebody. I'm there. I'm conscious. How can I eat? The only one who understood. Vyapnoti. Consciousness everywhere. You cannot escape being conscious. But you can escape being conscious of an object. You can escape being conscious of a thought. Are you getting that? A thought by itself may not come, or if a thought comes, you can ignore. Are you getting that? A thought may not come, and if a thought comes, you can ignore. But can you be unconscious? So beautiful. So it pervades everything. Nabhapnotikas, nothing pervades it. Abharupamidam sarvam yam abharupamidam sarvam yam bhantam anubhatyayam. This is abharupam. In the nature of pure awareness, that which is bhati, which illumines, anubhati ayam. That which is yam bhantam ayam anubhati. Because this is shining, everything is shining after it. Nadatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyuto bhanti guto yam agni tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. You do that temple, no? When he's doing it, neither the priest understand or people understand. Everybody is ready for prasad. Go. What did you say? What did they understand? Sanskrit is chanted. God only understands, that's why he smiles. Other people, transaction. Right. So you put 10 rupees, he takes some prasad, go away. You can do it for a million years, you'll go back same idiot. As you come idiot, go idiot. Nothing happens in between. That is why mantras are to be seen very clearly. So rishis are known as what? Mantra drashta. The seer of the mantras, not mantra srashta. Not the one who writes it or mantra vakta, who is repeating it. Mantra drashta, a rishi. One who sees the mantra very clearly. You see yourself, what it means, not repeat. Are you getting that? So you say that very clearly. Abharupamidam sarvam. Yam bhantam anubhatiyayam. Everything shines after it. Anubhati. It is bhantam. That which is shining, everything is shining after it. Nothing remains. Please see. Nothing remains unillumined. Nothing escapes the touch of consciousness, the light of consciousness. That is yourself. So can you ever escape it? Can you ever escape being yourself? The not self you cannot hold on. Listen carefully. Body you cannot keep forever. Bodiless awareness that you are cannot escape ever. The thoughts can never remain all times. Consciousness can never be absent. Call it Ishvara if you like. Ever existing. Okay? Read the next one. Yasya sannidhi matrena dehendriya manodhiye vishayeshu swakiyeshu vartante prerita iva ahankaradi dehanta vishayasya sukhadayah vedyante ghatavat yena nityabodha swarupina yasya sannidhi matrena dehendriya manodhiyah vishayeshu swakiyeshu vartante prerita iva ahankaradi dehanta vishayascha sukhadayah vidyante ghatavat yena nityabodha swarupina. So beautifully describes. This is where it comes, in the very beginning of the classes I had told you. Three things are taken into account while revealing the truth. Shruti, what are the other two things? Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava. Three things. Scriptural declaration. That we shall call it the scripture which tells me what I do not know. Anadhigata, avadhita, jnanajanakam, shastram. That is qualified to be scripture, which reveals something which I do not know. I don't need a scripture to come and tell me I am a rascal. I know it. I am a rogue. I am mortal, sinner, idiot, separate from God, different from everything. Do I need a scripture for that? Shastra should tell me what I cannot get from any other source. I am immortal, absolute. Not only it should tell, anadhigata, but also abadhita. Once he reveals it, it should not be subject to cancellation by anything. Absolute truth. Understand? That is Shastra. Just because it says I am absolute truth, shall I accept it? No. Yukti. Logically it must be convincing. To convince me with logic, it must take into account anubhav, your experiences. These are the things. Yam, very beautifully. Yasya sannidhi matrena deha indriya mano dhiya vishayeshu swakiyeshu vartante. Yasya sannidhi matrena, in whose presence, listen carefully. The sense organs perceive. Now your experience is what? Do you see this world? Yes, I do. Do you hear the sound? Yes, I do. Marriage bhava, I do. Huh? Not like that. So it says, do you see this world? Yes, I do. Do you hear this sound? Yes, I do. Do you feel the heat? Yes, I do. This much only we know. How do you feel this? How does the eye see? How does the body feel? How do the sense organs perceive? Yasya sannidhi matrena, in whose presence the sense organs perceive. Look at a whole perception. Here is a flower. For the flowers to be perceived, first the flower must exist. Now tell me, even if flower existing, can the flower be seen if you don't exist? Suppose the body doesn't exist. Can you see the flower? What flower? Don't say, but if my body exists, flower doesn't exist. Flower doesn't exist, other things are there to be seen. But the flower cannot see me, no? Are you getting that point, please? So your body perceives. Are you getting that? With your body, your sense organs, eyes, ears, skin, all these things perceiving. Through the sense organs you perceive. For the perception to take place, flower is there, eyes are there. And true to the perception, thought also comes. And then I am conscious of the thought, conscious of the eyes, conscious of the flower. Thus, when you say you are seeing, you know how many things are happening? You shall give a physical explanation. There is eyes, there is a lens, because of that lens, the reflection is there. So the distance between, listen carefully, the distance between, what is the theory of your perception? Mirror. And eyes, they will give you mirror example, no? Mirror example means what? The distance from the object to the mirror is the distance from the reflection to the mirror, right? That's what they say or no? In science they say no. The distance between the object to the mirror is the same as the distance between the reflection and the mirror, right? That's what they say or no? Okay, if it is so, now look at your, what is the distance between the flower is here, eyes and object, so what is the reflection? Very near, very near. When I am looking at the stars, what is the distance between the eyes and the object? Billions of light years. What is the distance between the thought and the mind? Mind. The thought and the eyes? How much depth it should be? Billions of light years. Only possible in consciousness, not in your brain. Are you getting that point, please? The trouble with science is they are not ready to accept consciousness. They don't want to. Then suffer. Who says not? Please appreciate. In whose presence perceptions take place? By themselves, objects cannot be perceived, sense organs cannot perceive. The whole drama of perception you see. By itself, object cannot be perceived. Object can exist but cannot be perceived. By themselves, eyes cannot perceive. People suppose ask, okay, consciousness everywhere, always existing, then how come the dead body doesn't perceive? Listen, have you seen a bulb in your room? Burning? Have you seen? Yes. Have you seen the bulb fused? Huh? Bulb is fused? Now if you say bulb is fused, electricity is not there, huh? If you don't have it, if you have a doubt electricity is not there, remove the bulb and touch it. You will be enlightened. Getting that point? You remove the bulb, listen carefully, you remove the bulb. Electricity is there, but what has gone? From that bulb, that little wire which facilitates electricity to be cut, that is burnt out. But electricity is not gone, energy exists. Consciousness is there. In this body of a bulb, the subtle body wire is missing. It has gone away. That is why Sukshma Sarira, the subtle body travels from body to body. Wherever the subtle body will come, again the light will be there. Body will disintegrate. But even subtle body also one day disintegrates because of your knowing about yourself. So in whose presence, Deha, Indriya, Mano, Dhiya, the body, sense organs, organs of action, all your thoughts, intelligence, I thought, Vishayeshu Sokiyeshu Vartante, the eyes see the object, ears hear the sound, tongue taste. You can't put the food on the tongue and the tongue can say, refuse to taste. Can you say that? Swamiji, today ears are refusing to hear, I don't know what to do. The body refusing to touch. Does it ever happen? Never. And once the thought takes place, listen, once the perception takes place, can you escape the thought? Can you say you perceived and the thought did not take place? Are you getting that point? Perception there means the thought takes place. And when the thought is there, can you say there is a thought, but I am unconscious? Can you say that there is a thought and I am unconscious? The moment you recognize a thought, you are conscious. Are you getting that point, please? The moment you recognize a thought, you are conscious. The man is lying down. Everybody thinks he is dead. One person comes and says, Papa. Fellow opens the eyes. What do you say? Hey, he is alive. He doesn't have to say anything. He opens, he responds. The moment he responds, what do you say? Alive. The moment you see, you are conscious. The moment a thought comes, can you be unconscious? Are you getting that point, please? That is why you are always with yourself. When you go to a temple, what happens? You go to a temple. Everybody goes to the temple. And first thing what you do, ask them, why are you going there? Darshan. I want to have a darshan. I want to see God. You go there and close your eyes. Why? Do you see closing your eyes? No, you close your eyes. Because eyes get closed. Not only God in the form, but also in formless self. Yourself, the awareness. Every moment, you cannot escape being one with yourself, being one with God. So, Vartante Prerita iva, like servants, in the presence of the king. Everybody is active. The President of India, a circular comes from the Delhi to the state government. President is visiting that much. Then what happens? The whole state administration is on the move now. The roads are cleaned up, the traffic is cleared up, the white lines are drawn. Why are they doing that? Prerita iva. In the presence of the king, that the king is coming, finished, everything is active, everything is ready now. Exactly in the same way. In the presence of consciousness, everything is active. Body is active, mind is active, everything is active. That is why in Samadhi, when you withdrawn to yourself, your body can be alive, but not functional. Because you must choose to use your mind, use your sense organs. What ways the eyes shall see, eyes don't decide. Understand? That is why your movements must be conscious. That just because you are perceiving, doesn't mean you are losing sight of yourself. Just because you are thinking, that doesn't mean you are losing sight of yourself. So always in meditation, but perceptions continue. Okay? Next, last one. Ahankaradi dehanta. So, not only manodhiya, but also ahankaradi dehanta, visayanscha sukhadaya. Ahankaradi dehanta. Beginning from ahankara to deha. I thought, all other thoughts, sense organs of action, body. Vishayascha, all the vishaya, sense object. Sound, touch, taste, smell, sight. All these. Sukhadaya, Dukkhadaya, sensations, comfortable, uncomfortable. Now see, breeze comes, Sukha, no breeze, sweating, Dukkha, Sukha, Dukkha, comfort, discomfort. Your body, all your thoughts, Anga, I thought. Vidyante ghatavat yena. Yena vidyante. That by whom all these are known. Vidyante ghatavat. Like a pot. As you see the pot and you are different from the pot, you see, you are conscious of everything, beginning from I thought to the whole range of your memories, all thoughts, to all your sense organs, sense objects, as well as sensations. Are you conscious of a sensation or losing yourself in sensation? When you lose yourself in sensation, bound. When you are conscious of a sensation, release. Are you getting that point, please? What happens to average person? Average person loses himself in sensation. Are you getting that point? You know, music, so nice. And then by chance somebody switches off the music, you rascal, why do you stop the music? Sunday. Immediately fight. Why are you stopping the music? Why? Because he is lost in the music. You want to go, there is some nice rasgulla, sweet, chocolate, everything there on the fridge. So you look everywhere and you are taking one to eat. Somebody sees it. Don't do that. How do you like it? Prevents you from getting that sensation. You are angry. Are you stealing? Listen carefully. Stealing is for being conscious or to be sensation? For sensation. Huh? When you steal something, is it for being conscious or for sensation? Samadhi. Swamiji, I want to be in Samadhi. That's why I want to steal some 5,000 rupees from somebody's pocket. Oh. When you steal something, you don't want to do it to be conscious. You are looking for the sensation. Understand? Ask yourself, are you losing yourself in a sensation or you are conscious of a sensation? Most human beings lose themselves in sensation. Most human beings. Like a child. The child loses himself with the toys. Have you seen that? The child loses himself in the toys. You take away one toy, he'll bring the roof down. The grown-up babies, 30-year-old, 40-year-old, 50-year-old, 60-year-old grown-up babies, they also have their toys. If the children have balloon, motor car, the grown-up babies have the real cars, gold, diamond, land, house, these are the toys. Now the grown-up babies also fight among themselves. This house belongs to me, not you, me. Kill each other. Two brothers fighting for balloon when they are 5-year-old. When they are 50-year-old, they fight for what? House. Bank balance, share in the property. Grown up or grown up babies? Fighting, no? Fighting continues. Fighting continues. Ask yourself. Please appreciate. Nothing is worth losing yourself. Of course, once you see for yourself, you can stand up for your right, nothing wrong. But you don't get disturbed by asserting your right. It's a relative world. You have to do a particular function. But please see that. So average person loses him. Ghatavat yena vedyante, whose presence? Ahankara, beginning from I thought to all thoughts to your sense organ, sense object, as well as the sensations, known nitya bodha swarupina. Yena vidyante, who is nitya bodha swarupa. Nitya bodha swarupa. Nature is nitya bodha, eternal awareness. Ever conscious. By that, you are the awareness, you are eternally conscious. By that, everything is known, seen, but nothing sees it. And this is something, read it, we shall see in the afternoon. Eshontaratma purusha purana nirantarakhanda sukhanubhuti सदैक रूप प्रतिबोध मात्र है येने शितावाग शवश्चरन्ति येषोऽन्तरात्मा पुरुष पुराण है निरंतराखंड सुखानुभूति सदैक रूप प्रतिबोध मात्र है येने शितावाग शवश्चरन्ति. Esha antaratma purusha purana. You see, understand, when you are chanting, when you chant, remember this. Eshantaratma purusha purano. That is how it is continuously written. But when you are chanting, divide, when you are making the break, purano, you must chant it as purana. But while writing, purano, because continuous writing. But when breaking up, Eshantaratma purusha purana, not purano. That visarga, you must say that. Same thing, sadeika rupa pratibodha matra hai, not matro. Chanting, you break it, visarga it will be. Okay, so please see that. So this, eshaha antaratma, purana purusha. That's giving you so many verses, beginning from that first one, asti kaschit swayam nityam aham pratyalakshana. From that beginning to ahankaradi dehantan shukadeha vidyante yena. That which is the meaning of the word I, and in whose presence I, ahankar, all thoughts, sensations, objects, everything is known. That esha atma. This is the subject. If you want to name it, atma, self, yourself, awareness. The same word I, the meaning of the word, listen carefully, the meaning of the word I, you want to name Atma. Are you getting that, please? You want to give it a name to the meaning of the word I. If it is I, ahankar, I thought. If you take that thought to be yourself, it becomes ahankar. The meaning of the word I, whatever it is, consciousness, you want to name it Atma. Eshaha Atma. Are you getting that point, please? Are you getting that point, please? Eshaha. You want to do that, name it Atma. Esha. It is what? Subject. The subject. Never available for objectification. See the flower, eyes are subject. A body is the subject. See the body, eyes are subject. Objectify the eyes, thought is the subject. Objectify thoughts, I thought is subject. Objectify the I thought. Whatever is the subject, want to name it Atma. So it's a new name you create to understand, just to differentiate it from every other name. Ultimately, The same consciousness, truth of everything, of course. Esha Antaratma, it is Antaratma, as though yourself within. In relation to body, which is outside, Bahya, we call it Antaratma, your own inner self, the nature. Purushaha, Puranaha, Purusha. Purusha means what? Mela. This consciousness is Mela. What nonsense. Purusha means Purnatvat Purusha, that which is full and complete. Purnatvat Purusha. Or Purishayanat, that which is sleeping in this body. Purishayanat Purusha, that which is lying down in this body. Purusha. Ananta Sayana. Vishnu, lying down here in this ocean of the body, mind. Purusha. And then Purana. Purana means what? Ancient. Timeless, ageless. Purayeva Nava. Also Purana means Purayeva Nava. Even in ancient time it was fresh. Purayeva Nava. Purana. Even in the ancient time it was fresh. Eternally fresh. That is yourself. And that you remember yourself. The student he says, hey, this is yourself, Atma, I, consciousness. Okay? More of it we shall see in the afternoon. Now close your eyes, please. Just think over these things. What more we shall see is words, not yourself. Are you getting that? By habit, don't say, oh, I am going to understand a little more about myself. You will pick up some more words, but not more truth. Truth seen once for all. Always the same. Just close your eyes.